2014 proudly presents to you Draw My Life 2013. Step into the time machine as we travel back roughly 21 years into the past. We aren't anywhere specific, but that's precisely the point. As we take a wide look across planet Earth, we discover a new generation of young heroes arising from different corners of the planet. From a dank alley in downtown Seoul, to the high crags of a snow-capped mountain in the Andes, to the deep woods in Bergen County, which are of course in South America. They say that at the moment that the young heroes were born, a star shot across the sky, a comet that shone as a sign to the world that destiny had birthed hope. They had been endowed with a wide range of powers such as super business skills, mad, crazy benching abilities, the ability to communicate with Spanish people very well, and unfathomable sushi-consuming capabilities. Soon, the young superheroes began to acknowledge the power that had been placed in them, and their peers too recognized that they had been created for a special purpose. They became stronger, cooler, and more confident, somehow managing the epic balance between awesome powers and awesome hair. Inevitably, they also became arrogant, sometimes convinced that their peers revered them, but frankly, well, it just kind of made everyone around them feel super awkward. 3 years ago, something very odd occurred simultaneously to all of the heroes. A seismic pulse began to emanate from a certain location in Pennsylvania. Almost magnetically, it drew all of the heroes to its coordinates. Some of them felt the pulse as an electromagnetic surge in their chest, and others felt it as a pang in their skulls. And soon they arrived from all over the planet to the main line. The days went by, and over time the prodigies began to encounter one another. Unsurprisingly, the young arrogant heroes clashed with one another as they felt for the very first time that their powers were matched. They not only grew to be extremely irritated with each other, but gradually became very weary from the perpetual struggle against each other. At this point of utter disillusionment, something crucial occurred. A wise hero known as Agent 2013 began reaching out to the young, capricious fighters. He was described as being black, having an eye patch, and a voice strikingly similar to Samuel L. Jackson's. Also, he was never seen not wearing his epic leather overcoat.
2013 recruited the superheroes over time and taught them that the real strengths that make a hero are not on the outside, but rather on the inside. He taught them that the hearts of a true hero breed hope, kindness, courage, humility, resilience, faith, and finally, integrity. Now, like all new friendships, at first it was pretty awkward. Actually, it was pretty freaking awkward. But with much patience and love, 2013 put up with all of their nonsense and pride. He did everything for them and helped them deal with all their problems, the monumental and the minimal alike. He made it a priority to sit down with them, all of them individually, to get to know them. He started off very gently, asking them one by one how they were doing, how was school, how was life. But then things started to get more personal very quickly as the meetups continued. 2013 would start poking in more touchy subjects, showing his vulnerability and compassion for them. He would ask them how they were doing on a deeper level and offer his wisdom and advice to those who were willing to receive it. However, as a lot of them found out, 2013 ultimately used these meetups to find out who they were interested in. After a long, blessed conversation, he would end it by asking each one of them who they liked. However, this did not mean that his meetups were not genuine at all. His hope in the young heroes did not dissipate even as they became distracted. He would give them wake-up calls for Sunday and did not tire out if he had found out they had slept in. He continued to call them one by one each morning, always concerned and worried about their growth and their relationship with the master. Their iPhones might have well belonged to 2013, as he was pretty much the only person who had called them, well, at least 10 times per day. Missed call lists piled up with 2013, yet despite the rejection, he never ceased to show selfless love for them. It took a while, and when I mean by a while, I mean a couple years, for them to truly accept his persistence as a selfless kind of love. When the heroes convened to go somewhere, 2013 was always the first one there, waiting for them. He would sit at the bench at the meetup spot diligently, never discouraged, even though they would be 10, 20, 30, 45, 50, or even an hour late at times. They struggled with punctuality, and 2013 had to remind them constantly that pickups for Sunday training were in fact at 9:30 a.m. and not 9:40. He told them that they could come with him otherwise, walk themselves to a destination. It was tough love, but it was love indeed. 2013 made it an absolute priority to spend hours at a time in silent meditation with the Master. Even knowing 2013's super capabilities, they were amazed at how long he could actually pray for. He was also often found assembling care packages full of not-so-healthy goods, but oh, were they wonderful. He somehow always knew what to put inside. Encouraging sayings and Bible verses were always a staple as well. On special occasions, 2013 organized meetups at his exclusive off-campus lair. He would cook them omelets that would put Kathy to shame, provided the best quality breakfast bar, even better than Erdman. Even with his cute-looking apron on and an oven mitt in his hand, he would never take off his epic leather overcoat. Because let's face it, that's just how awesome 2013 was to us. Now, after years of hard work and perseverance, 2013 began to see the fruits of his labor. 2014 finally began to show signs of growth in traits that he had instilled in them years before.
The members of 2014 had finally begun to garner the potential that 2013 had seen since the very beginning. The fruits were finally showing. There was hope, there was faith, love was abounding, and courage was in the community. And then, just as everything within their small superhero community was going well, one day, 2013, said that it was time for him to leave. He said that the Master was calling him out. Strong as they were, the young heroes could not suppress tears at the thought of their beloved mentor leaving them. "Do you have to go?" they asked. But 2013 only reiterated that he must do what the Master said, and told him that the day would come that they too would need to respond to the same calling. And then, lining up all of the young champions, 2013 came to them. Placing his hand over each one of them, he seared a part of himself into their hearts, leaving his love, his legacy, and a part of his calling burning within them. 2013, if you're out there and you can hear this, this is a message from us. Know that we love you, know that you have taught us well, and know that we will remember you because your hand is still warm on our hearts.
Finally, all of you, live in harmony with one another. Be sympathetic, love as brothers, be compassionate and humble. 1 Peter 3:8. So this is to you, 2013. Thank you.
Love 2014.
Love 2014.
Love 2014.
Love 2014.
Love 2014.